Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Adventures on the Gorge, the adventure resort where wild meets wonderful on the rim of the New River Gorge in West Virginia. Find whitewater rafting, rock climbing, ziplining, and lodging at adventuresonthegorge.com.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. Welcome to another Mountain Stage with our guest host, Kacy Matea.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning round, a simple song. Thank you. Thank you very much, and welcome to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. I'm Kacy Matea, sitting in once again for Larry Gross. We are at our home, the Culture Center Theater here in Charleston, West Virginia, and we have quite a show for you today. You're going to be glad you came, glad you're listening at home on the radio. Later on, we're going to hear from Shawn Colvin. Woo indeed. We're also happy to have back after far too long Bruce Robison and Kelly Willis, who have a new album together. Later this hour, we'll be joined by a duo we know you'll like. Kacy and Clayton are with us. And a beloved songwriter, singer, and a longtime friend of this show, Lucy Kaplansky, is back. But we're going to start the night with our first guest. She's spent the last 10 years building a following, releasing 5 albums along the way, including her latest, which came out this past February. It's called Give Up Your Ghosts, and it's gotten her the best reviews of her career. She has a bit of a subversive streak, but with a twinkle in her eye. She says she loves getting people to sing along and then leave them with lyrics and stories that come back to them later, like starting a conversation through the back door. She's a bit of a prodigy. She graduated from high school at 16, honing her singing voice there and joining the wrestling team at the same time. And then she was the youngest in her class at Berklee College of Music, where she studied audio engineering. But all the time she kept writing, and I know you're going to love her stuff. This is Rebecca Loebe.
Have you ever tried to fall asleep, twisted in a stranger's sheets, unsure where you should put your feet, unsure if you belong? Have you ever watched a peaceful chest rise and fall as you got dressed, unsure if you could catch your breath, unsure if you're that strong? Relax, let it go, roll with the flow. You're gonna get over it, be fine in the end. Give up all your ghosts, at least the ones you love the most. They're never holding you as close as you were holding them. Have you ever felt a sinking hook in the soft flesh of a hand you shook, the glancing of a single look you die to see again? Have you ever tried to cross that bridge far away from where you live, unsure where your bottom is or why you need to know? Relax, let it go, roll with the flow. You're gonna get over it, be fine in the end. Give up all your ghosts, at least the ones you love the most. They're never holding you you ever woken from a dream, rattled as a tambourine? Unsure if you should laugh or scream or simply play along. Relax, let it go, roll with the flow. You're gonna get over it. Be fine in the end. Give up all your ghosts, at least the ones you love the most. They're never holding you as close as you were holding them. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. What a joy it is to be here and to be playing with the marvelous Mountain Stage Band. My goodness. Hey, let's sing another song, guys. It's time to pay the bills again. Makes a woman feel like running. I keep a backpack by the door. You keep asking what that's for. Can't find the nice way to say you don't know who I am. You don't know who I am today. I'm the one that got away. Maybe I'll roll out at dawn. Headlights off, radio on. The open road will take me back. You'll move on, you always have. We've all got our own hands to play. You don't know who I am. You don't know who I am today. goodness. Thank you guys so much. You know, it occurred to me while I was just belting out "You Don't Know Who I Am" that a lot of you probably don't know who I am. And I just want to thank Kathy for that beautiful introduction. My name is Rebecca Loebe. I'm a full-time itinerant songwriter, which I think might just be a fancy way of saying well-dressed homeless person. I've been traveling around the country in an old station wagon for the past, 10 or 11 years, playing 150 shows a year or more, playing everywhere and anywhere I possibly can. And, a funny thing happened after I decided to put all my stuff in storage and move into my car and figure out how to make a living as a full-time musician, which is that about a year later, I went limping back home with my tail between my legs and had to get about 17 part-time jobs just to figure out how to make it work being a full-time musician. And I did everything I could think of. I taught music lessons. I worked backstage as a runner at fancy venues like this. I used my audio engineering background. I worked as an audio engineer at studios that would let me barter for recording time, and I got my first real record together. And then I went back out on the road and slowly but surely managed to make it work for longer and longer periods of time. There were some moments where I'd have to decide between things like paying rent on an apartment and investing in a radio campaign in order to get my music out there, and I always chose the radio campaign every time. What do you need an apartment for when you're on tour, right? And slowly but surely, it's been building on itself. And I'll say that in all that time I've spent driving around the country, I have listened to a lot of NPR and a lot of Mountain Stage, which makes this moment just exceptionally exciting for me. So thank you guys for having this show and inviting me to be a part of it. I'm going to play you guys a tune from my new record that's about going back home with your tail between your legs. I've been waiting for hours now on my homebound train. Got a cold cup of coffee and I like to explain Lake Louise. Lake Louise. I was hungry and reckless. I was young and naive. I was seeking attention. You asked nothing of me. Lake Louise. Lake Louise. Can I walk on your water? Can I sleep on your shore? Am I safe in your harbor anymore? Old man by the window, wearing moth-eaten tweed, sheds a tear in the shadow. I think I know what he needs. Lake Louise. Lake Louise. Can I walk on your anymore. Lake Louise, Lake Louise, Lake Louise, Lake I've been writing for hours now on my homebound train, waiting, waiting, waiting till they call out your name. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. We've just got time for one more. I hope to see you all out there on the road sometime. We're going to throw this out there to anyone who ever went to middle school. No one feels cool. No one feels popular. No one's a loser, though everybody thought they were. Nothing they say has ever really been about you anyway. Run away if you wanna, but you cannot slay the dragon. You don't stand a fight, and all of time is just a phase. Just remember, no one feels cool, no one feels popular, no one's a loser, though everybody thought they were. Nothing they say has ever really been about you anyway. So post away if you wanna, but you can't complain about your life not adding up, 'cause all the world is but a stage. Just remember, no one feels cool, no one feels popular, no one's a loser, though everybody thought they were. Nothing they say has ever really been about you anyway. No one feels cool, no one feels popular, no one's a loser, though everybody thought they were. Nothing they say has ever really been about you anyway. No one's a loser, though everybody thought they were.
Rebecca Loebe. I was sitting backstage, I thought, that is a singer at the height of her vocal powers. I thought, that's a singer in her prime right there. Rolling Stone says she mixes resilience and empowerment with just a bit of pissed off punch. She won the Kerrville Folk Competition, songwriting competition in 2009, and maybe you remember her from a brief stint on The Voice in 2011. A little TV show, maybe you've heard of it. She moved to Austin that year and still hosts a weekly potluck and song swap with fellow songwriters. They support and encourage each other through their creative process. The album is called Give Up Your Ghosts, and she'll be touring all over this fall in November and December, and you can get details at her website. It's time to welcome our singer, Julie Adams, to do a song for us. And as always, she'll be joined by this wonderful Mountain Stage band. Ron Soul is the leader of the band. He plays acoustic guitar. Ryan Kennedy and Michael Lipton are our electric guitarists. Bob Thompson is at the piano. Steve Hill plays the bass, and Ahmed Solomon is our drummer. Julie's chosen a song by her friend Rob Carlson called Here We Are. Please welcome Julie Adams.
On the Blue Mountain, a woman gives birth to a child. Down in the cool valley, a man and his wife reconcile. Inside the great forest, a girl gathers fruit for the bowl. Out on the green ocean, a young man puts fish in the hold. Singing, here we are, these are our lives, this is the place we call home. Here we are, and our spirit survives in the land and the sea and the stars. Here we are, this is our home, where we love and we fight and we pray. Here we are, and the seeds that we've sown will live on in the fullness of day. I've been west. There's one thing I always have found. Wherever you go, whoever you are, you're walking on sacred ground. Singing, here we are, and here we will stay. Here in this place we know well, in the language we speak and the things memories that we made in the songs and the stories we tell. Oh, here we are on an island in time, the only one we'll ever know. Here we are, so traveler, be kind, walk lightly, safe journey home. I've been east and I've been west, I've traveled this whole planet round. Wherever you go, whoever you are, you're walking on sacred ground. Wherever you go, whoever you are, you're walking on sacred ground. Here we are.
That's Julie Adams and the Mountain Stage Band performing Rob Carlson's song, Here We Are. I'm Kathy Mattea, filling in for Larry Gross this week, and you're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia.
Support for this podcast is provided by the West Virginia Tourism Office. There are places you visit and places you behold. You'll find natural wonders and endless experiences in the Mountain State, West Virginia, a place that's almost heaven. More information at wvtourism.com.
You're listening to Mountain Stage on NPR. If you missed part of Mountain Stage or you want to hear something again, just visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org. Each podcast includes songs we don't have time for on the radio, as well as the complete finale song. Do us a favor, if you would, and leave a rating or review wherever it is you listen. Our next performer has a new album out called Everyday Street. She started playing in clubs in Chicago when she was young and then moved to New York City and found a tribe of fellow singer-songwriters that included Suzanne Vega, Steve Forbert, and the Roaches. She gravitated into a duo with none other than Shawn Colvin, and then took an abrupt left turn, quit music for college, and became a clinical psychologist. But she kept singing, guesting vocals on, among other things, Shawn's debut album, Steady On. Shawn was itching to produce. She called Lucy, they made a record, and Bob Feldman at Red House Records went nuts for it and signed her, and bam, just like that, she was back in the music business. After the album came out with rave reviews, booking agents followed, and alas, she had to leave psychology behind. She kept releasing albums through the 90s and the 2000s and formed 2 folk supergroups along the way. The Boston Globe has called her the troubadour laureate of modern folk music. She's here tonight with her longtime collaborator, the wonderful guitarist Duke Levine. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Lucy Kaplansky.
Was 10 years ago, you were up all night, I was begging you to sleep. Sitting up in bed when you shut your eyes, and you still got that over me. Your first birthday, just your dad and me, little face covered in ice cream. We made a wish for you, blew your candles out, thought that baby you'd always be, thought that baby you'd always be. Oh, was 10 years ago. Well, turn around, you'll be grown. Oh, one day you'll be on your own. You're gonna let us go. There's a picture, red star on your shirt. You're taking your first steps. I'm behind you, reaching out. You're smiling, not looking back. Many have said you're an old soul, wise beyond your time. You walk alone for what is right. You choose kindness every time. You choose kindness every time. Oh, was 10 years ago. Well, turn around, you'll be grown. Oh, one day you'll be on your own. You're gonna let us go. We always tell you when you're older, you say that won't cut it anymore. Begging to get us lives with your friends, along with them your own money to spend. So I let you cross 6th Avenue, soon the crowd is all I see. I keep on looking, I can't let go, and I know you're not looking for me, just how it's supposed to be. 11th birthday's coming soon, me and Dad, your friends and you. When you blow your candles out, what you wish for, it's up to you. It's always up to you. Thank you very much. That's a song called 6th Avenue. I wrote that just before my daughter turned 11, and she's 16 now and driving. And before I go any further, I just want to say I am so thrilled to be here today with such an extraordinary player, not just a guitar player, really a multi-instrumentalist, and I've been working with him for a really long time, and he's the best, and this is Duke Levine. And by the way, Duke has several CDs of his own, and you can find them at dukelevine.com, and do yourself a favor and buy some. So when my daughter Molly was little, I used to walk her to school every morning and pick her up in the schoolyard. And we live in Manhattan, and all the schools are within walking distance of the families. So all the parents and kids were walking every morning and picking up in the yard every afternoon on the same streets. And one of the fathers I saw all the time, almost every day, was Philip Seymour Hoffman, whose kids went to my daughter's school. And this is a song about kind of sharing the neighborhood with him. This is called Keeping Time. I take walks in the mornings when my kid's gone to school. I see parents walking children like we used to do. In the mornings for years, we headed down that same street. I'd see you and your strawberry blonde family. I'd see you scruffy and smiling after school in the yard. or the park on Horatio where the kids played till dark, or Sunday morning Little League on the chilly Hudson Pier. Just the movie star father freezing with us in the April air. In the bright morning sun or late afternoon glow, we kept time with the rhythms mothers and fathers know. A February morning, the news was on. I froze when I heard your name. Our neighborhood king was gone. You'd been chasing the dragon, needle still in your skin. Ace of spades all around you, but aces always win. After 23 years, the great actor of our day. After 10 years of fatherhood, it took you just the same. For the kill that lies in wait like the cruelest undertow is stronger than all a man builds and loves and dreams and knows. And I'll see you again up on that stream, but I'll remember you best on our neighborhood streets. In your baseball cap and jeans, kitchen stroller in tow, amid the flowers of spring or January snow, we kept time with the rhythms mothers and fathers know. Four winters come and gone, spring is here again. I saw your kids the other day, an old woman with them, and a chill went through me when I looked into her face. She was the picture of you, just wizened with age. And all at once I knew something sorrowful and true. She was walking with them, still keeping time with you. 'Cause the rhythms they go on, they just go on without you. Thank you very much. So, 3 years ago, just over 3 years ago, a sort of seismic thing happened in my family, which is that we got a dog. It was seismic for me. I'd never had a dog my whole life. And, you know, we had a kid, so the dog was for the kid. But we brought home this tiny little beagle puppy named Janie, and guess who fell completely in love? And I'm mommy now. So I wrote a kind of a love song, but it's about other things too, and this is called Janie's Waltz. 1, 2, 3. I gaze in wonder as you stir from sleep. I whisper your name and you come to me. I kiss your head and breathe you in. So glad as another day begins. We head out for a walk on our everyday street. We can get to the park across Waverly. But each flower, each leaf is calling to you. Every day I discover the world with you. got nowhere to go and no one to meet, I'll follow you wherever you lead, on our everyday street. Amazed by a tiny blowing leaf, you have to chase it and pull away from me. Snow is left from that storm last week, so many treasures buried underneath. A man walks by in a tall fur hat. You look up at him and you stop in your tracks. Bravely you approach, keeping close to me. You just have to find out just what he could be. We've got nowhere to go and no one to meet. I'll follow you wherever you lead, on our everyday street. I used to live stuck inside, just worrying about nothing, watching time go by. When we're walking, you and me, I'm not worried about anything. A child will grow and a child will leave, but years from now, right here we'll be. So glad for another day on our everyday street. It's so wonderful to be back here. And no blizzard, no hurricane, like other times I've been here. It's beautiful weather. I want to bring out a very, very special guest to sing this last song with me. One of the great singers and songwriters out there. Please welcome Shawn Colvin. So Shawn and I met at a place called Folk City, and it was 1980.
Was it?
Well, actually, the only reason I know that is because that's what you told me.
I think it was 81.
It was?
Well, I got there in November of 80. Do you think maybe I met you by the time?
I think
It was only yesterday. How could we forget?
I think it was the day you moved to town.
Oh, well.
So,
Okay.
yeah, in New York.
Really?
I think so.
At Gertie's Folk City?
Yes. And a friend,
go way back.
a mutual friend introduced us. And I'll never forget, I was working the bar. I was a bartender for open mic night, and our friend introduced Shawn to me and said that she was a really great singer. Actually, what he said was, she's as good as you. And I was very intrigued, and I know I was feeling competitive. Like, who is this? And then later on that night, I got up and sang a couple of songs, and then she got up and sang a couple of songs. And we have been friends, and we've sung together ever since. And this
There's
is
nobody I like singing more with than you.
Really?
Yeah, we've always had a thing.
We do have a thing. It's mutual, by the way. So I wrote this song about us, and Shawn actually calls it something else. It's technically it's called Old Friends.
What do I call
You
it? Our song?
You can tell we didn't plan this little patter.
Probably are.
Yes, she calls it Our Song, which is actually kind of a better name. And here it is. And it's kind of mind-blowingly wonderful to have Shawn singing this with me tonight. got a picture of you and me from maybe 1982. You were 27, I was almost 22. We're singing with somebody who isn't in the frame, smiling at each other and matching every phrase. Suspending notes that don't belong, seconds and assists, whatever we want. And it feels like flying, always landing somewhere new, weaving a shared tapestry, that's what you and I do. I was working the bar at open mic the night you came to town. I'd heard about a girl better than anyone around. I got up and sang a tune while Robbie watched the bar. Then the whole place got quiet for your voice and your guitar. I remember us sitting on the floor singing every song we knew. Richard and Linda Thompson, Graham and Emmy Lou. We could tell each other anything, and we still do. Keeping our shared secrets, that's what good friends do. If I'd never met you, so much I never would have done. All those gigs you got me, all those great country songs. The record we made gave me this path I'm on. The way you showed all the guys a girl can sing and write a song. As it sometimes goes, we went separate ways. Who was right and who was wrong, neither one of us can say. And it doesn't matter now, it was so long ago. Like water under the bridge, life flows where it must go. So here we are in your hotel room singing Graham and Emmy Lou. 20 years, 20,000 roads have brought me back to you. Older, a little wiser than back in 1982. Sharing a history, that's what old friends do. Sharing a history, that's what old friends do. Shawn Colvin.
Lucy Kaplansky, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Lucy Kaplansky with Duke Levine and Shawn Colvin. In 1998, Lucy formed a supergroup with Dar Williams and Richard Shindell called Cry, Cry, Cry. And in 2010, she formed another one called Red Horse with John Gorka and Eliza Gilkison. She also did a duo with Richard Shindell called the Pine Hill Project. And in all of those configurations, this makes the 12th time that Lucy has been on Mountain Stage. Ooh. Her current album sounds much like what you heard here tonight, just she and Duke in spontaneous and soulful acoustic performances. The album's called Everyday Street. If you have questions or suggestions for us, our email address is larry@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and peek behind the scenes on our Instagram. All those links are at our website, mountainstage.org. Our next performers hail from rural Saskatchewan up in Canada. Their hometown is called Wood Mountain. Kacy Anderson and Clayton Linthicum are second cousins, growing up in a remote place where playing music and a lot of country music is a part of every social gathering, sort of like it is here in West Virginia. Their new album is called Carrying On. People describe them as classic and timeless. They love to collect old country, blues, and English folk rock records and cite as influences Bobby Gentry, Hoyt Axton, and Ralph Mooney's guitar on the classic Bakersfield Sound records coming out of California in the 50s. Oh, and also a little bit of 60s psychedelic rock, just for good measure. They've been touring nonstop for the last 2 years, and this new album was forged on the road, playing and honing the songs in live performance before stepping into the studio with Jeff Tweedy of Wilco producing. Please welcome for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Kacy and Clayton.
Thank you.
You're so dreamy, just like a summer cloud. I watch you roll away. Why can't you ever stay? Just when my mind's made up that this feels right, you whisper sweet nothings in my ear, then suddenly you disappear. maybe someday it'll work out. Just wait till the time is right, and I'll let it come to light. Can we just make this simple, the way love ought to be? I still wanna be with you, if you still wanna be with me. There's no way around it, it'll be what will be. But I still wanna be with you, you still wanna be with me.
High holiday, and everyone's together by the hard side. They will stay inside from the weather. Everyone together, but I'm far away on this high holiday. Empty streets are full of sorrow. All the shops are closed today. Guess I'll wait till tomorrow. Find a bandstand to borrow, and a guitar to play on this high holiday. say. In the bighorns it's snowing. Across the black ice it's blowing. And the large pole boughs sway on this high holiday. Well, thank you very much, everyone. That's a song called High Holiday from our new record. We're going to play you one more song, but before we go, I'm going to introduce our band to you. That's Andy Beisel on the bass guitar from Regina, Saskatchewan. And back on the drums is Mike Silverman from Edmonton, Alberta. My cousin Kacy Anderson on vocals and guitar. I'm Clayton Linthicum, and this song is called That Sweet Orchestra Sound. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Down to the flat land below. That long frigid winter that's held us apart, departed with the cold wind and the snow. The water's swelling, the creek beds are wet, and it's a long messy road into town. But nothing could stop us, for we're on our way to hear that sweet orchestra sound. Lonnie's on rhythm, but Romansky's on bass. McGlynn plays the steel guitar. Romance with the folk cant and the crack of a drum. Turn around at the end of the bar.
Cast off the cork, we'll dance the whole night and more.
And as the red wind down yonder does the Westphalia waltz, sings an heaven there'll be no fear. The lark in the morning does a French minuet, since the cock of the north is here.
Kacy and Clayton. Awesome. They've been touring with all kinds of people. They'll be touring with Ray LaMontagne through November, and to the end of this year, they'll be out on the road still. The album is called Carrying On, and it's about rural living, past and present, and then the unique experience of being the first generation in your family to move out from there into the city and urban life. So interesting, young people steeped in the traditions of the classic records that have come before. You can really hear that in their music. We'd like to say a special hello to you right now if you're listening over KRFA in Pullman, Washington at Northwest Public Broadcasting. It's great to have you with us. And hello to those of you listening with us on WSCI, Charleston, South Carolina, on South Carolina Public Radio. Thank you so much. We hope you'll be with us next time for a very special episode curated by Larry Gross, featuring Mountain Stage performances from the class of 1989, including Dr. John, Lucinda Williams, David Grisman, June Tabor, and more. This is Kacy Mattea, sitting in for Larry Gross, and you're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage from NPR. Thank you so much, and welcome to the second hour of Mountain Stage. I'm your guest host, Kacy Mattea, sitting in for Larry Gross. I'm glad you joined us, and I know you will be too. Later this hour, we'll hear from Shawn Colvin, who is here celebrating a new version of one of her classic albums. But we're going to begin this hour with our next performers. They are known as one of the Austin music scene's power couples. They're married with kids, they have separate recording and touring careers, and they have just released in June their fourth album of duets together. It's called Beautiful Lie, and it's a true collaboration. They take turns singing lead and harmonizing with each other. The title is a cover of an amazing Rhythm Aces song from their 75 debut album, proving that they have good musical taste whether they're choosing cover songs or recording original compositions. They fell into the duet thing in spite of themselves. After a series of Christmas shows together led to a holiday album and so much fun and electricity and excitement from fans, it made it impossible to resist. They took a chance that it wouldn't destroy their marriage. And now, lucky for us, here they are with duet album number 4. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Bruce Robison and Kelly Willis.
Thank you so much. Hey, everybody.
If I had a rose, held it in my hand, standing at your door, would I be the man? Would it take one? Would it take two? Would it take a dozen to get through to you? Would I be getting warm? Would I be getting close?
if I had a rose, if I had $100 bill, would it be enough to give you a thrill? Or would you want to rock and roll alone till every last penny that thing's gone? If you said you would, maybe I will go and get $100 bill. If I had a ring in a little box, a little band of gold with a little rock, would you say yes when I hit my knee? Would you say I do? Pretty please, honey, would you know how much you mean? If I had a ring, if I had a rose, if I had a rose, if I had a rose.
Oh, thanks, everybody. Sure is glad to be back after all this time. Beautiful spot. Yeah. Kelly makes the set list, so she had this one on here second, and she said make up a good reason for us to play an old song. So old songs are awesome. That's why we're going to do this one, too. 1, 2, 3, That's the song I wrote that George Strait recorded. I didn't have to turn my head whenever you walked in. The only one to let these chills roll down my skin. My heart beats faster, I hear your name. I feel my confidence slipping away. I thought I was doing fine, trying to get you off my mind. I see your face and I'm around your pretty little finger again. It feels like ages since you lay down in my arms. I see no good reason, but still I'm tangled in your charms. My God, you're smiling, you catch my eye. My heart is pounding deep inside. I thought I was doing fine,
to get you off my mind. Now I see your face and then I'm wrapped around your pretty little finger again. Oh, tell them about it there, Jeff Queen. My stones and walls look bitter in the bright daylight. My God, you're smiling. I call your name. I feel my confidence slipping away. I thought I was doing fine, but to get you off my mind, I see your face and then I'm wrapped around your pretty little finger. I thought I was doing fine, but to get you off my mind, I see your face and then I'm wrapped around your pretty little finger again. Your finger again. Baby, I'm real around your pretty little finger. Baby, I'm real. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Bruce wrote that song, and I actually recorded it first. Not that, it's important to say that or anything, but it is kind
You
of
say it
important
all
for
the
me to
time,
say.
though, yeah.
But I did record it before Bruce did.
I know. She said one time on stage, and I said, well, that wasn't, but your version wasn't the most successful version of that, and I made that mistake. And she said, well, it wasn't the least successful version of it either, which I think she was talking about mine. Right?
Yes, definitely. Anyway, it's last summer I put out a new solo record, which it had been 10 years since I had done that. So I'm going to be calling it my new record for a little while now, I think. And this is the title track to it. It's called Back Being Blue. 1, 2. My baby let me go. He called me on the phone. He said I ought to know he wasn't there alone. She's back in my baby's arms, and I'm back in blue. Back being blue. He said it was a sign that love is still so strong. Well, after all this time, how can that be wrong? Now she's back in my baby's arms, and I'm back in blue. She's
He said our love was one to be proud of, but wasn't the same as their love. That was oh such a rare love and couldn't be tamed. Oh, now she's back in my baby's arms and I'm back in blue. She's back in my baby's arms and I'm back in blue. Back in blue. Back in blue. Thank you. Thanks so much.
All right, here's a song that is kind of an odd subject for a country song, but the inspiration for it was, y'all heard of the Astrodome in Houston, Texas? Have y'all heard of that, right?
It's the eighth wonder of the world.
The eighth wonder of the world. Man, when I was a kid, the Astrodome was the craziest place. I was born in Houston, and I've been living in Austin for a long time. But when I was a kid, at the Astrodome, they just had the craziest stuff in there, and just all kinds of things. I would see demolition derbies and baseball games and circuses and everything, and you just can't imagine. And so it's still sitting there. They don't. It's just kind of falling down, but they can't decide what to do with it. And so it was kind of just, it bummed me out every time I saw the thing. And so I drive by, and so I mentioned that to my buddy Jack Ingram. We write songs together and stuff sometime. And I said, man, I got this crazy idea for this song about this guy who, you know, his life ain't turning out the way he wanted it to, and he says he's just going to go on down and sit in the Astrodome. And I thought it was a dumb idea, and Jack loved it. And so we kind of kicked it around for a long time and ended up finishing it up. Made this really neat short film on it. If you get a chance to check it out, just put in Bruce and Kelly and Astrodome. And but we want to play it for you now. So I listened to the old man talk about the good old days, and listen to the summer wind blowing through the trees. There was a time when every morning was a hope and a wonder, and every day was plans for shaking up the world, and every night was crackling like the thunder, full of oil, field money, and a holy hell Houston girls. As I roll out on the ocean of the cars on 610, I'm gonna go on down, sit in the Astrodome, just me and you, all of them blue faded memories. I'm gonna go on down, sit in the Astrodome, and wonder whatever has ever became of me. Take another drag from the cig, it's gonna kill you. Yeah, take another drag from end to end on Main. Yeah, take another pull from the bottle there, but still you can't get away from how the days all feel just the same. And how I just woke up here and the world had moved along. Yeah, I'm gonna go on down, sit in the Astrodome. Just me and you, all of them blue and faded memories. Yeah, I'm gonna go on down, sit in the Astrodome. And I wonder whatever has ever became of me. Yeah, all of them things are still there if you look for them. Built up to the sky for all the world to see. Yeah, fallen tiles and dusty piles of dreams of men as the winners write down the lines of history. In the middle of the gleaming and shining and rusting steel and stone. Yeah, I'm gonna go on down, sit in the Astrodome. Just me and you, all of them blue and faded memories. Yeah, I'm gonna go on down, sit in the Astrodome. And I wonder whatever has ever became of. I'm gonna go on down, sit in the Astrodome. Just me and you, all of them blue and faded memories. Yeah, I'm gonna go on down, sit in the Astrodome. And I wonder whatever has ever became of me. You gotta listen to the old man talk about the good old days, and just listen to the summer wind blowing through the trees.
Thank you. All right, we're going to do one more. We're going to do this is an Adam Wright song. We did two or three of his songs on our new record. And
Man, this has been fun. Thanks for everybody for having us here.
Yeah, thanks
It's
so
been
much.
a long time, and what a treat.
Left me with no one. I mean nobody at all.
Craig Bagby back on the drums, and Jeff Queen on the pedal steel and the electric guitar, and Kelly Willis.
And Bruce Robison. Thank you.
Bruce Robison and Kelly Willis. Yes. Their new album is called Beautiful Lie. It was produced by Bruce in his Austin studio on old analog equipment. And this is Kelly's 6th time on Mountain Stage. She was signed to MCA Records and had a brush with commercial country music career in Nashville in the 90s, which is when I first met her. She signed at MCA in those days thanks to the efforts of Nancy Griffith, who has been a huge fan for years of hers. Since those days, she has steadily grown into herself as a writer and an artist, and she's been stopping by Mountain Stage along the way every few years, and we really appreciate it. Her latest record is called Back Bein' Blue, and their duet album is called Beautiful Lie. Bruce Robison and Kelly Willis. It's time to welcome our piano player, Bob Thompson, to the stage. Yes. Bob has chosen a song he composed called Olivia's Song. Bob Thompson. He wrote that song. He calls it Olivia's song. I'd be honored if someone wrote something that beautiful about me. You can find Bob's music at colortones.com. This is Kathy Mattea, and you're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Adventures on the Gorge, the adventure resort where wild meets wonderful on the rim of the New River Gorge. Find whitewater rafting, rock climbing, zip lining, and lodging at adventuresonthegorge.com. We hope you'll take a look at our website, mountainstage.org. There you'll find links to our podcast, and you can follow us on just about every form of social media. And of course, we invite you to follow us to our next live show. You can find out where we'll be and get your tickets at mountainstage.org. Well, we're going to end the show tonight with a very special guest. She is a 3-time Grammy winner, including the 1997 overall Song of the Year and Record of the Year. And just as a little aside, she's kind of ahead of her time. She even got interrupted by a rapper during her acceptance speech long before Taylor Swift even thought about writing a song. She burst on the scene in 1989 with her stunning debut album, Steady On, which knocked a generation off their feet, including me and all my friends. In honor of the 30th anniversary of that release, she's recorded a new acoustic edition of that record. This is the soundtrack of our lives 30 years later, stripped down and viewed against the backdrop of our current world. Over the last 30 years, she's made 12 albums, including 2 albums of cover songs and a children's album of lullabies, written a critically acclaimed memoir called Diamond in the Rough, made a duet album with Steve Earle, and toured nonstop. Her voice has a fascinating juxtaposition of sensitivity and toughness, and when you hear it, you know exactly who it is that's singing. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Shawn Colvin.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back here. Yes, 30th anniversary of Steady On. I can't believe it. It's kind of a long time. But we're all still here. That's good. And I'm going to play some songs just like I recorded them earlier this year. Just me and the guitar. I'll play some songs from Steady On. China gets broken, will never be the same. Boats on the ocean, they find a way back again. I am a weaving like a drunkard, like a balloon up in the air. I am needing a puncture and someone to point me somewhere. I'm gonna keep my head on straight, steady on. I just hope it's not too late. Open up the gate, I go straight on, steady on. Oh, steady on. Steady on. Steady on. I was feeling imploded. I wouldn't smile, I wouldn't heart. Then things exploded like rockets in the dark. Now I'm pulling out splinters, and I'm off to hibernate somewhere for the nuclear winter of another love affair. 'Cause he seemed like a miracle, steady on. I ate it up like cereal, but it was something like shrapnel. Oh yeah. I was steady on. Steady on. Steady on. And China gets broken, and it will never be the same. Boats on the ocean, they find a way back again. So let's line them up in a row. Gunshot, ready, set, go. It's like 10 miles of two-lane, steady on a South Dakota wheat plain. In the middle of hard rain, steady on. A slow boat or a fast terrain, I am gonna keep my head on straight. I'm gonna keep my head on straight. I'm gonna keep my head on. Oh, steady on. Steady on. Steady on. Yeah. Steady on. Steady on. Steady on. Oh. Steady on. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Well, I'm riding shotgun down the alleys. Tumbling and falling down the alleys. So be quiet tonight. The stars shine bright on this mountain of new falling snow. But I will raise up my voice into the void. You have left me nowhere to go. I love you so much and it's so bizarre. A mystery that goes on and on and on. This is the best thing and the very most hard. And we don't get along. And after countless appeals, we keep spinning our wheels on this mountain of new falling snow. And so I let go the catch, and we are over the edge. You have left me nowhere to go. And I'm riding shotgun down the alley. Sometimes you make me lose my will to live. Just become a beacon for your soul. The past is stronger than my will to forgive you or myself. I don't know. And I'm riding shotgun down the alley. Tumbling and falling down the alley. So be quiet tonight. Be sure to step lightly on this mountain of new fallen snow. But I will raise up my voice into the void. You have left me nowhere to go. And I'm riding shotgun down the alley. Thank you. That song was inspired by the word avalanche. I heard this girl on the street tell her mother, "Oh, Mom, don't have an avalanche." I thought, that's a good word. I bet that might sing nicely. And then I realized I've hit on a metaphor, as natural disaster as a metaphor for a relationship. Some people get that. I thought I'd do maybe a series of them. And then I thought, no, it's a bad idea. streets of my town are not what they were. They are haloed in anger, the bitter and hurt. It's not so you'd notice, but it's a sinister thing. Like the wheels of ambition had a christening. On the streets of the dead, with a chip on my shoulder and a voice in my head. It said, you have been brought here, though you don't know what for. The mystery train is coming right to your door, and I hear you calling. You don't have to call so loud. I see you fall. Don't have to walk so proud. You can run all night, but we can take you where you can cry like an angel. And there were high school night dances when we played Stump the Band. Raising each other in a strange land, and there were hard pills to swallow, but we drank them all down. Oh, the nights were too short then, now they're a little too long, and I hear you calling. You don't have to call so loud. I see you falling. You don't have to walk so proud. You can run all night, but we can take you where you can shout out in anger. You can laugh like a fool. You can cry like an angel. Sky, they will never forgive you, so don't ask them to try. Well, this is your party. I know it's not your ideal. May we all find salvation in professions that heal. And I hear you calling. You don't have to call so loud. I see you falling. Don't have to walk so proud. You can run all night, but we can take you where you can shout out in anger. You can laugh like a fool. You can call up to heaven. We're gonna be listening to you. You can sing hallelujah. You can fly like a bird. You can cry like an angel when there are no words. Thank you so much. Those three songs were co-written with John Leventhal, who I met in the early 80s, a little bit after I met Lucy. And we wrote a lot of bad songs. We were trying to be a pop act, but I gotta thank him, because he was the first person that said, well, you should give a go, at writing, and I'll give you some music and you write some lyrics. So he gave me all this great, sophisticated sort of Steely Dan horn-rimmed pop, I like to call it, music, and I tried to write these really clever lyrics, and they sucked. So I finally figured out I was a solo acoustic singer-songwriter, and we wrote a song I'm going to do in a second, and it turned out to be the one that made me go, oh, maybe I can do this. But this is a song I started when I didn't think I was a songwriter. And I lived in the Bay Area. And I had a job at a stained glass store cutting glass, and I'm a guitar player, so you can see how drunk I was most of the time. Which is also not good when you're cutting glass, but there you go. Anyway, I started this song there, didn't think a thing of it, and got to New York and found my songwriting legs and finished it there. I've been sleeping fair. Lately I could swear I'm thinking clearer and clearer. And I've been working hard, looking at my punch card and my mirror, my mirror. But I daydream in my room. I'm baying at the moon, ricochet in time to that music. You just pick a day and I'm in a new destination. I take too many planes, I know too many names, and I forget them. And I wanted to know if dreams would lie. You said they would try, and I said, let them. You just let them. But I kill dreams in the chase. I slap love in the face. Ricochet in time to that music. You just pick a day and I'm in a new destination. Yeah. And I crawled up from the sewer for something that was truer than I intended. I ended up on my knees in this big city. I was befriended, I transcended. But I bruised my friends for more. I rail at heaven's door. Ricochet in time to that music. You just pick a day and I'm in a new destination. Yeah. Oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. Thank you so much. This was the song that was kind of the door opener, and really kind of paved the way for the rest of the songs on Steady On. I made that record in New York. I still lived there. And I had a great cast of characters on there singing and playing, and one of them was Lucy Kaplansky, who's going to come out and help me sing this song because she sang it on the record. Lucy.
Snakes in the grass, gotta step on the gas.
Snakes in the grass, gotta step on the gas.
Snakes in the grass, gotta step on,
In my dreams, I go down to the water with the little girl in my arms, and we shimmer and sing, and we know everything. Oh, in my dreams, I go down.
I go down.
I go down.
I go down.
You're shining, I can see you. You're smiling, that's enough. I'm holding on to you like a diamond in the rough, like a diamond in the rough. You're shining, I can see you. You're smiling, that's enough, and I am holding on to you like a diamond in the rough, like a diamond in the rough, like a diamond in the rough, like a diamond in the rough. Thanks, Lucy Kaplansky. Well, I didn't know if I was going to do one more or not, but I am, so I'm going to do a cover song. If you know my music, you'll know that I mostly write just breakup songs. I disguise them. Some are predictably in minor keys and slow, but I try to speed them up, put them in major keys, just to keep it interesting. But this one is actually hopeful. It's a Tammy Wynette song. Oh, don't laugh, man. It's not Stand By Your Man. Don't worry. Although I love anything she does. All right, well, thank you very much, guys. And it's great to be back at Mountain Stage, and I appreciate you. Thank you. I'll just keep on falling in love till I get it right. Right now I'm like a wounded bird, hungry for the sky. But if I try my wings and try long enough, just keep on falling in love till I get it right. And my door to love has opened out more times than in, and I'm either fool or wise enough to open it again, 'cause I'll never know what's beyond the mountain till I reach the other side. So I'll just keep on falling in love till I get it right. Makes perfect, then I'm near about as perfect as I'll ever be in my life. So I'll just keep on falling in love till I get it right. Makes perfect, then I'm near about as perfect as I'm ever gonna be in my life. So I'll just keep on falling in love till I get it right. I can't get it right. Get it right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Shawn Colvin. Shawn Colvin. Oh, you know somebody sung the soundtrack of your life when you sit backstage and words are coming out of your mouth and you're not thinking them first because your body just knows the songs from singing them for so many years. She is the 2016 recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Trailblazer Award from the Americana Music Association. She was Americana before there was Americana. And on New Year's Eve, PBS will air the 2019 Austin City Limits Hall of Fame inductions. Shawn is being inducted along with Lyle Lovett and Buddy Guy. Yeah, that'll be fun. She's been touring with Mary Chapin Carpenter. She'll be touring with Chapin through the end of the year. And she'll be doing, in April and May, a spring tour playing Steady On in its entirety. And you can find all the details about her tour on ShawnColvin.com. Our thanks to Shawn Colvin, to Bruce Robison and Kelly Willis, to Kacy and Clayton, to Lucy Kaplansky, and to Rebecca Loebe for joining us. Our thanks to you folks here at the Culture Center's Theater in Charleston, West Virginia. And thank you to Larry Gross for inviting me to host this show that I love so much. Special thanks to you there listening on the radio, because without you, there'd be no Mountain Stage. We never forget that. We hope you'll be with us next time when we go back in time for the class of 1989 to hear some classic performances from Dr. John, Lucinda Williams, and more. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skoras. Assistant producers are Alexis Palmer and John Ingram. Production manager is Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens. Production assistants by Michael Lipton, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, and Big J. Photographic services provided by Brian Blauser. Promotion is coordinated by Vasilia Skoras, John Ingram, and Music in Motion Promotions. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter and Sean Williams for their generous support. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are, just as soon as you can? I'm Kathy Mattea, and you've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. All right, we found an old Dolly Parton song to end with tonight, so I'm kind of excited. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Yeah, your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. All right, Michael Lipton. Duke Levine. Shawn Colvin.
He talks about you in his sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolie.
Kelly Willis.
And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what it means to me, Jolene.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can.
Brian Kennedy. Jeff Queen. Lucy Kaplansky.
You could have your choice of men, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me to live.
Casey Anderson.
I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can.
Bob Thompson. Clayton Linthicum. Rebecca Loebe.
Your beauty is beyond compare. The flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green.
Julie Adams.
Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Please don't take him just because you can. Please don't take him just because you can.
Thank y'all very much.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.